welcome back to Foundry. Thank you to all of you who are watching, liking, commenting on the series. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm still having tons of fun with it. Don't hesitate also to check on the channel for the other series we're doing right now. For example, Farther Frontier version 1 has just released, so having tons of fun with that one too. But yeah, welcome back to the main base where we have a burst of resource. You can see a lot of resource flowing. In the last episode, we started doing research tier 4, and with that, we were able to start unlocking quite a lot of things, including our jetpack. We have now the jetpack, so we can fly and fly pretty quickly, as you can see. So that's pretty good. We have a mission with the robot over here, and spoiler alert, the mission is gonna be about energy. We did actually already started to make energy cells, right? But we haven't really started to use them. We did also unlock some other energy ways, which was the geothermal energy. So I'm gonna show you this, and then obviously there's a lot more we're gonna cover in this episode. I do also want to mention that I've started to expand many of the productions. For example, over here for the gravel, for the glass, you know, I didn't have a lot of glass because we only had, I think, 3 of these. Now, as you can see, we have way more. And basically, I'm looking on my, burst from time to time, which is the belt that is not full, and then I add more production to that belt. But yeah, let's check what I always forget his name, C3BB, not R2D2, has to say.
Energy cells are required for more advanced technologies? Better robots? We should make them a priority target.
Yeah, I've already done it. Complete the research of energy cell. We've definitely done that. We even started to make some.
We've done it. We've figured out how to make those energy cells. Now we should find some ways to use them.
Indeed, and this is actually exactly what I want you to do now. But maybe while we're here, let's check what this is.
To be able to build larger structures, we need to set up a construction industry made of construction and transport ships. This will allow us to construct enormous buildings beyond our current capabilities.
Oh yeah, this is definitely one of the very important things, but as you can see, this is a research we haven't done yet. So not exactly what we're gonna do right away. Let's build some geothermal boilers. Let's build also some solar panels. Let's go with 10. We're gonna build 1 small battery and 2 big batteries. Build a few more power poles. Let's build 1 big transformer. And yeah, we're gonna start doing this. So now the question is, I mean, obviously it is the night now, right? It's almost midnight. So we're not gonna produce electricity with solar now. Geothermal, on the other hand, we may be able to actually. So let's check that out over here. Am I able to go down lava? Let's say 10. No, there is something in the way over here. Okay, so we're gonna need to go to the lava cave we already have for now. It is a research actually that is coming soon to be able to destroy these ones, but don't worry, we have, remember, 1 lava cave already over here. This enables me to show you our jetpack, definitely really useful now. And while we're here, also let me show you, we've unlocked something new over here. This, the mining laser. Now this is not the final laser. We're also gonna have a laser that is linked to our orbital station, but we do have also this laser here. It is pretty similar to this one where we were sending some miners, right? Except with this one, we don't even send miners. It just destroys and gives us the resources directly. So that is pretty cool. Okay, anyway, let's go down to the mine. Okay, so we are downstairs. You can see the lava here, the current production. Now we need to find some vents. Good thing is we can use this guy, right, to find them. They will be on the map. Bad thing is they're pretty rare. I mean, look over here. We see one here. We see one there. this is pretty far. This is pretty far, but I think we don't have a choice. And this seems to be basically straight. Ooh, almost fell. And actually, I also see my fuel is going down. Oh, here it is. These are the vents. Okay. So let's go down. Let's go down and we can then, let's go over here. Let's put the vents up, number 8. So you place them on top of these. So you can see there are 3 over here. We are probably gonna want a bit of foundation here. So to make it not too hard to stand close by. They're the same level. Yes, they are. Great. Okay, so going down. Let's check it out. We're gonna need to give some ignome enriched water. This is going to create steam, right? And this is unmatched efficiency. Because it's pretty rare, it's basically a really great efficiency. I mean, look at this. 7,200 per minute for using 2,160 of ignome enriched water. Now that means we need to start making ignome enriched water, which is not something we actually have done in the past. So let me show you, I forgot where it is. It is this one over here. So basically just a bit of ignome powder and some water will create this ignome enriched water. Now obviously we can't make that in downstairs, right? We're gonna need to make that upstairs and then send it down with a pipe, I guess. There it is. We are inside a digger. I don't know. I always forget how those ones are called. Drill ship. We are making a hole near the vents so that we can bring this ignome water, infused water. I've built already, you know, the ignome water. Now we're building the vent. As far as I know, we can't really use an elevator. The elevator works for the fluids unless we package the fluid and then unpackage it. But that feels like a lot of effort versus just what I'm doing now, which is digging and then higher mining address research required. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. So let's see. We have, I mean, it makes sense actually. This is a bit dumb what I just did, because I didn't go near a lava cave shaft. So this is basically too hard. But I can do it with my laser. Okay, interesting. And does it work with this guy? Oh, it also works with that guy. Okay. Oh no, it doesn't work on this one. Okay. So let's give it a second. Let's clean this up. So basically we have different types of stone. I think this one, it doesn't work. This one, it does. Okay. And we've basically reached, I don't even know what, you know, how deep we are right now. To see if we're very close or not to the shaft. But otherwise, I guess we're gonna need to do an actual shaft. Because, yeah, I'm guessing that would have been too easy. My bad. But we live and learn. We live and learn, and you learn with me sometimes. Wow, to say differently is, I think it's good for me to show you my mistakes rather than trying to hide them. But this is basically just next door. This is a lava shaft. It may not be a good one, so we're gonna need to check that out. Do we have any elevators there? I don't see an elevator. Ah, damn it. Okay, so let me go get some steel beams so I can make some elevators, and I'll see you in a minute. So it is, we were able to dig to height 5, and this is very close to my 2 vents, third if I put also one in the back. Now it is worth noting that while the panel is over here, the actual, you know, resource input and output are here and in the back. So this is why I've put this second level here, because I'm thinking there's no point in sending the steam back up. It would take a lot more pipe for what? Instead, let's put the steam, they're called turbo steam or something like this, steam turbine over here, right? It's not like we have crazy space, but I think in a line there should be fine. That will then create a lot of electricity, and then we can just send this electricity through the elevator, and that should work, in theory. Now what we need to do is to make sure that we can bring the pipe down. So like I said, I'm thinking instead of packaging and whatnot, we're just going to do like this. Right, so basically, okay, I can't go that fast, but we can go pretty fast. Make sure you have space in your inventory, even if you can just go over here, destroy, done, right? So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we're basically, you know, making our own tunnel for just the size of the pipe that's gonna go down. And then I'll show you actually also that production as soon as we get to, yeah, almost there already. It's not that much. If you have a mountain on top, sure, maybe it's gonna take a bit longer. But in our case, you know, we have something like 150 maybe tiles max. So not too long. Here it is. Okay, so we have arrived, and as I said, that was very close, right? I already have the pipe there. Let me show you quickly that production. Then we're gonna send it down, and then I'll take probably a minute offline, or maybe we'll do it together. So here is that pipe. I know I put it a bit on the side. This is to give me space to expand this if needed. But yeah, here is it. Go back down. I've only put 2 of these because look at this production. 6,000 of Ignum enriched water with just 1 of these. So with 2 we're already at more than 12,000, almost 13,000. Using only 48 Ignum powder and water. But water is fine, right? It's just unlimited from these guys over here. It's the same one that we're using, you know, from this production in the back. I'm just bringing this water here. And same, the Ignum powder, we were already doing it over there. I've just added a couple, and here I've added, you know, splitter. We'll bring it here, and then we have the output on this side. So very simple production. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions about it, but really nothing special. Then it goes over here next to the other one. We are putting some pumps here and there, and we probably, you know, will want to pump also at some point here, but let's see. So we're gonna go, yeah, this guy over here, not really needed anymore. We're gonna rotate this one with T. So here it is. Oops. This is basically, right, we're gonna have this pipe, then go down. Here we're gonna need junction. So let's go. Wrong button is go side. Oops, wrong one. I may need also a couple of pipes, but okay. And this is gonna be in the way, of course. My bad. So rotate. It's a lot easier to do pipe now that we have the jetpack. It's a bit of a game changer, to be honest. What is the problem here? No, I think it's fine. It's fine. Rotate like this. Then you're going to rotate this way. And then, oops, TH up. Okay, I think we're connected. Yeah, we can see the liquid going there. Now what we will need though is, I should have probably done it twice right away, because we're gonna need the space to drag this thing down with us, right? So let's go try to... Oh no, actually we can... Oops. Ah! It didn't work. Okay, let's restart. But yeah, we don't need to actually... Okay, so go down, and at some point it's gonna get too long. We're gonna need to build it. Here it is. So build this one, first one. Oops. And then go down again. You know, some of you have said that you want to see me build more live. Now you may not be impressed by how I build live, but that's how the pudding is made, as they say. Right, we're almost there already. Perfect. Up. And then come on, go down. Okay, so we're gonna want to bring it basically actually a bit higher. It's fine. So I need to dig a bit more there, and there is some stone that I cannot destroy on this side, so let's be careful. So basically I'm gonna go this side here. Let's go. It's gonna be really I think I'm gonna need more pipes for the turbines. But let's try to at least bring this all the way. And it's good to see the liquid. That means I didn't make a mistake over here. And it's also not yet in red, meaning with a problem. Kind of too long. Okay, so this one is higher. But this is so that it doesn't kind of mix with the output. So let's go. I'm gonna rotate this one. One tile difference. My bad. So let's build that one at least. Okay, so that's the idea. As I said, we make sure that it doesn't merge. Oh, and we are out. Okay, and I'm guessing, oh, I can build some. Okay, great. So let's go. So you're gonna be one of these. Rotated, perfect. Go this side, come on. Come on, everybody. And then go down. Ooh. Sometimes I like to live on the edge like this. Okay, and a normal one. Great. Same on this side. I'm actually going to put one like this, because I'm guessing we're going to need to continue that pipe for the third one. And this is not good. Okay, come on, almost there. Oh, mining efficiency, that is a great one. Okay, and then the only thing is we need to connect here. Up, up. Rotate and done. And are we still not having a problem? Yes, we are under the 300. Perfect. And if we look here, we see some resource. We see this is going, some fumes. So if I go there, we should see that it is full of steam, right? So we're gonna need to use that steam. And again, we're talking about a huge number. right? We're producing way more than this. And that means we basically have 15,000 of steam right now. So I'm gonna need to expand, as I said, this space for sure. Make some space for steam turbines, which are pretty big. And if I remember correctly, you can kind of have only one pipe going through all of them. So I think that's what we're gonna try to do. And if that doesn't work, we can just rotate them like this. But for now, I'm gonna try this one and see if that works. So 1, 2, 3. Let me actually see if that works before we go much further. So we're gonna need one of these here to connect to the other. We're gonna have a simple pipe like this, and this is not connected yet to the grid, so that's why it's not working. But if I do this, it should be working. And this is using, what was it using? Or is it really only using 60 and I'm making thousands? Really? Really? Forgot about this. That would be crazy if I make lit. No, I think I misread this. Wait. No, this is 60 per second. The other was per minute, but still, that means we could make a ton of electricity, I think. And so let's see if this is now connected potentially. If I turn around, we go there, up. Let's connect that to electricity too. Oh, why is this not? Oh, the thing is on the other side. Okay. Okay. And it is not working. I thought this was working. Oh no, there's clearly nothing there. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna put it in this case slightly differently. Basically, it's okay. We can just do it like this. Oh, got scared for a second. So we're gonna do it like that. Actually, let's go over here and put it in the back there. Okay, and then we need just a couple of actually not this one. It'll be like that. Up, then we have a corner. Up. I'm doing it quick and dirty, but it's because it doesn't actually cost that much more to do it like this. Okay, same here. You put a big one like this. You go straight up, and this one should be working too now. I need to connect to electricity pole. Up. Oh no. Oh, wrong one. Up. Good. So this should be a pretty cool small network. I can put one of these to be able to see it. Let's go down. So we have 3 steam turbines, right? So we should be able to create quite a lot. I think it was like at least 3 or something. 3.6 with each of them. We need to connect. Come on. This there. that should be now connected to the whole grid. Yeah, it is. We can see we need more electricity, by the way, on our main bus. That's not surprising. And we have now 8 turbines instead of whatever that was before. And we can see that this one is working. Hopefully these guys are working in priority. But clearly, as I said, we're gonna be able to put more than 3 with the steam we're creating. So it is this is geothermal energy, similar to in the real world. This is pretty efficient, this is pretty cool, but it's also pretty rare. It's not like you can build it anywhere you want. It is now 4 AM. The sun is going to start showing his head at 6, and the solar energy is going to restart at 8, which is a perfect time for us to start that electricity then. By the way, speaking of solar panels, I am actually researching right now the large one, but for now we can at least place a small one. So we have small solar panel over here, and we had, by the way, a large transformer that we may want to also place soon. And where are my batteries? Do you see? Here it is. I see small batteries and big batteries. Let's go, because I want to show you that concept. So, let's not overthink it. Let's just put it over here. So let's assume that, you know, there is some mines over there, and it's pretty far from the rest of my base, so I don't want to connect it to everything else, right? So to show you this, we're gonna disconnect this and assume that the space between these two is actually tons of space, and we're very, very far. So we're going to place a couple of these solar panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna need to connect them to, you know, to a grid. So have something like this. We can jerry ring the whole thing on the manifold. And now we have all of these connected to this pole, right? This pole is not connected to the rest of the base right now. But the key thing is this is going to produce electricity, and that electricity can then be used for the mine that I have, you know, theoretically over here. What we can do too is save, you know, the electricity in batteries, in particular because, you know, as we just said, right now it is 6 AM. Those batteries are not working. We can actually look at it. I can show you. It is saying 0. We can look at the grid. It's not producing anything because the sun is not there yet. And so during the night, my mine would stop working unless you have, you know, this battery here that can store electricity and obviously then be used during the night. It is 6:30, it's still not time for the sun. Here is, by the way, a small battery. We need to connect it to the grid. So this can store 1250 megajoule. This can store what? Oh no, sorry, I remember. This is like, yes, this is a total. So this is 1000 and this is basically 250, because when you add this, you move from 1000 to 1250. So up. It is 7, so let's just wait a bit more. And while we're waiting for this, let me show you the large solar panels. So this one, they will be able to basically produce even more. If you look at the small ones, this is able to produce 300 kilowatts. These large ones will be able to make 650, so more than double, right? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We have a couple of other researches can be added. So let's go pipeline, cargo shuttle. We have the conveyor tier 3 that's going to give us 640 items per minute. We have alumite barreling. That's a bit what I was saying before, is if you want, you can put the liquid into those barrels and then you can actually also empty it. So very similar to what you can do in Satisfactory. Steel making, this is very similar to what we did in the past for the xenoferrite plate and rods. We had the tier 2 resource that was more efficient. We have the same over here. But it's not basically new per se. What will be definitely new is this whole place there. We're gonna have what's called veins. And with those veins, we're gonna have underground mining. This is very different. This is very different from the kind of miners that I've put underground right now. So I'm excited to show you this. We are able to unlock it very soon, as soon as we finish this research there. So I'm going to put it, and then yes, we can unlock that one. We still haven't started to make construction materials, but it is 8:30 now. Until 7 p.m. these ones are gonna start working. Oops. So if we look over here, you can see this is now online, right? We're making some electricity. We can see it, and this is going into those batteries, right? It's going into the batteries. They're not full at all right now, but they will get there at some point. This can also be connected, of course, to my main grid, right? It's not like it has to be on a remote place. It is very useful for a remote place, but it can also be connected to everything else. So now you can see, right, we have everything connected. So if we look there, we can see my solar panel, my steam turbine. They are now all basically on, so that the batteries will be full pretty quickly. So that's really cool. Now I think we should make sure to upgrade the transformer over here. The other ones seems to be totally fine. So let's go back here so that we can upgrade quickly. I remember we had added one transformer there, but clearly that's not enough. And so I think we put a big transformer instead of a small one, like that. And connect it to electricity. Done. Okay, and now if we check, I'm sorry, I'm always pressing the wrong button. We check the grid. This is now 35 megawatts, right? It was before only 10, thanks to 2 small transformers. Now it's 35 because we've added 25. So that should be fine for quite a long time for this to continue working perfectly. The batteries are already full. So you can see that now my steam turbines have also, mostly stopped. We have the solar panel producing quite a lot, with just 5 of them. It is basically, 10% of what I'm consuming right now. So honestly, really good, really good. Again, it requires energy cell, so make sure that you produce some, which by the way, I can see right now is kind of the production I probably should upgrade. And this is because of the glass. You can see we are low on glass. So let's check quickly what's the problem with glass. And there is a first problem here that we have tier 2, tier 1. So now that's better, but still, I'm pretty sure we're not producing enough. And even the gravel, you can see, is still not that much. So yeah, we probably need to do 2 things. One is have more of these guys here to create the glass. But second is we definitely also need to upgrade that production here. Because yeah, it is not even full before it starts going to the first output. And here, this is full. So the problem is clearly that I need more of these. So that's an easy thing to fix. I'll work on this, ladies and gents. And yeah, we have also an interesting mission that he wanted to give us. But as I said before, I think we're gonna go into the textulite vein, and in particular the underground mining, which spoiler alert will give us access to pretty much unlimited resources. Thank you for watching, smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.